Hello guys, NautoAce here, and of course, if you were listening to this one, you know why about this vlog, and that is finally Nintendo on October 20th, 2016, excuse me, they finally revealed what is Project NX. So basically, first of all, the official title now is Nintendo's Switch. Why? Well, it reveals in the trailer. So before I even move on, if you kind of follow me on Twitter, you kind of noticed for a while I've been hashtagging this word, Neo Geo X. And all I can say is, I called it. Yep, I freaking called it when the rumor was out. They were saying some sort of docking system, and I'm gonna say, yeah, like the Neo Geo X. Of course. I mean, there's no really getting around it. It has a feature of the Neo Geo X. So before I talk about Nintendo Switch, what is this Neo Geo X I keep saying? Is sort of a revived Neo Geo system. Basically, the portable part is a Neo Geo Pocket that plays an actual Neo Geo games. Not Neo Geo Pocket game, real Neo Geo game, but it also comes with a docking system and two Neo Geo controller. You put that pocket on the docking system so you can play Neo Geo on the big screen. Nintendo Switch does the same thing. Excuse me. So yeah, so no surprise there. I called it. So yeah, but that's the reason the hashtag Neo Geo X. That's basically what it is. So what it is for people who don't know or have not seen the trailer, sort of didn't understand, is it's a it's a hybrid system of console and, well, let's not say portable. I would say mobile, because you can play on a big screen, but also on the go. So they actually showed it. The first thing what the guy did was he was playing. The first thing the trailer was he was playing a game on the big screen, and then he had to go. All he did was he removed something to the side, which they call it now the Joy-Con, and he removed the side. He attached it to this sort of tablet type system part, and he was playing it on the go. So there you go. That's basically what the docking system is. So of course you already know what the first of all about the trailer. Okay, before I even start the whole my analysis and my thoughts about it, is one rule about trailers. It has to give information to what it is. They can't just make up stuff. Oh well, we couldn't do it or we just made it up. A la No Man's Sky. So you can't do that. The rule is of the trailer. It has to represent what the system and what's the situation for it throughout. So did the trailer basically give information that excuse me, that it told what Nintendo Switch is? And the answer is yes. Believe it or not, it actually gave more information about the Switch than what they did with the Wii U at E3 2011. So I'll explain that later about the part of what they need to do to make this system successful. So again, so the big question is, am I hyped? As a Nintendo fan, heck yeah, I'm hyped. It looks promising. It had potential. Will I get it for day one? Which apparently it was going to be worldwide release March 2017. Probably not, because due to the fact of my rule is that I'm not going to get a system until 6 to a year later. I need really more information. Maybe it'll have the price drop. Maybe not. Maybe it'll have a better SKU that I prefer than now. Again, who knows what the SKU is right now. That's basically my rule is. And hopefully also they'll have a packing game. But, well, I'll talk about that later. So basically, it's awesome. It showed some teaser about what the games are that's going to come for well, because it's been you got the idea why I keep saying NX, but it's Nintendo Switch. They showed some game, showed third-party games, and even had a press release that they explain what the system is and who are the third party that are going to actually support this system. So let's spin out of that later. Why is that important about those things? So I'm hyped. I think it looks promising. Can't wait to see, learn more about it, more information. I mean, heck, I woke up just to watch this YouTube video just for it. So again, the second also you gotta keep in mind, this is a teaser reveal trailer. The whole point of it is to show a snippet of what Nintendo Switch is, at the same time still holding back to what they do. And I think they did a good job versus what they did with the Wii U. So again, I'll explain that later. A lot of what's wrong with Wii U, what they are starting to do right with Switch. So again, hype looks promising. Games that they were showing in the teaser trailer basically is what the games are gonna come out within. Well, as Nintendo said, 6 months. All right. So again, what it does, awesome. Now the question is, does this console need to be really, really successful? And the answer is yes. Okay, remember, this is Iwata's legacy. Like, what do you mean, the late Iwata's legacy? Yes, remember in March 2015, I did a video about Nintendo going mobile, and he also announced about the new console, which this is it, Nintendo Switch. This is Iwata's most innovating console ever, to basically bring back a lot of the Nintendo fan who left because, well, the Wii U, sadly to say, failed. So this is it. It's starting to become fruition. Hopefully by March 2017, it'll be at least successful in the beginning. Because again, I'll compare it between what happened with the Wii U and what I can predict with Switch. This is something that he probably learned the mistakes of the Wii U, and he's fixing it with Switch or Nintendo Switch. So this is his legacy. Later, Iwata, I hope, I can tell you it is already starting in the right direction. And I'm even also surprised that video, I look back to it, I actually even give prop to the lady Iwata that he might get a second chance, and I think I was right. So I'm going to stick with that. Because I was known for not really agreeing with Iwata's a lot of his business tactic, but when he started embracing Nintendo mobile games, and then of course this legacy of his, I think, yeah, I'm going to stick with it that he does have a second chance. I think he did learn his lesson from past mistakes, so hopefully this legacy will be successful. So I can already tell it is going to be successful. So again, the question is, how is it needs to be successful, and what does Nintendo need to do to persuade the general consumer, not your Nintendo fan. Of course, you got the Nintendo fans, they're gonna buy this, but there are some might not. But the general consumer is the keyword because they kind of failed with the Nintendo Wii U. A lot of people were confused. One, most important thing of course, excuse me, price point on this system. That's the very key point. The mistake they have done with the Wii U was when the first initial launch, I hate to say it, it was a bit overpriced. You got the deluxe set for $350, and then you had the basic set for $300. And then of course, Michael Pachter said for $50 more, why not just get a PS4 or the PS4? Well, technically the PS4 Slim now, but before there was a PS4. Why not get that? You have more offer. You got free games, you get better games, better online. You can watch Netflix, you can watch video, you can blah 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 Blu-ray than the Wii U. So the price point has to be right. And for me, just looking at this, I have to say it has to be no higher than $300. I have to say this. $299, just like the Wii U, it should be fine. And the Wii U itself should finally, once, I guess, maybe the holiday all the way to March or whatever, the Wii U has to drop down to $200. Oh heck, even $150. Because apparently now there's already been reported that they're starting to have less manufacturing production on the Wii U because they're switching to Switch. So it has to be top $300. But if they can go lower, maybe the same price as the Wii, awesome. But I think, in my personal opinion, $300 should be tough. You go more than that, why not just go to get an Xbox Slim, a Slim, or the PS4 Slim? Why get this one? Just saying there. That's number one. Number two, it needs games, especially third-party support. The Wii U did have third-party support in the beginning, but somewhere down the line, I think April, March or April, yeah, already some third party already was dropping out, and the nail in the coffin was Ubisoft basically said, yeah, unfortunately we can't really support the system anymore. Nobody was buying it for third party. It has to have third party support, and in order to do that, they gotta convince the general consumer, or for some Nintendo fan, why should you play third party games on Nintendo Switch? That's a key word there. That's the keyword. Because again, they tried it with the Wii U and people just said, nah, I'll just either play it for the Xbox One or PlayStation 4. So in other words, it can't be like a Wii U to be a secondary console, because that's basically what happened with the Wii U. That even the lady Wallace, that's why also I got give him props. He admitted it that the Wii U became a secondary console that complements your PlayStation or your Xbox. So it can't have, I mean, it should have a lot of third-party support. That's the second one. And the last one here that's very important is you gotta market this right. This is what I'm saying about the teaser trailer. What they did with the teaser trailer worked. It freaking worked 101%. It freaking worked. I got what it is in the first glance. I wasn't confused. When I saw the teaser trailer for the Wii U, I thought, wait, is this a gamepad that's going to attach to the Wii? What? What? Because they barely showed the console. It was like two seconds in the corner when they were playing Super Mario Brothers U, which is what? Until they had to mention it, and when I looked at the website, oh. So if I'm a Nintendo fan who's into video game, knows about Nintendo, and I said, oh my gosh, what's this Wii? Is an add-on for the gamepad for the Wii? There's something wrong there. So the NX, or again, because it's been so long, excuse me, the Nintendo Switch, basically they did it right. So marketing is the key word, because the problem with the Wii U, the market was so everywhere. It was like, oh, it's just a gamepad. Like, oh no, it's a console. And then there was a commercial. People didn't really get it. And then later on, they had to change their marketing from, oh, we're gaming for everyone. Now it's about playing together with friends and family. What? Like, so this one, I think if the market is right, it has potential. And excuse me, do apologize, to clear my throat here. And I'll add the fourth one. They gotta learn their mistakes from the Wii U. A lot of it. There's a lot of mistakes. One, like I said, they can't price it too high because they don't want to take a loss. Because what people know ever since the Wii, Nintendo, Wii, or technically DS. Well, okay, Wii. That came in later than the DS. That's why. Is they never sell a console at a loss. They never did it because the strategy was use cheap parts to make it good, so you don't have to sell at a loss. They never did it with the Game Boy. They never did it with the NES, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, and the Wii, DS, Advance, Color. You got the idea. The only time that they had to take a loss, or they sell a console at a loss, or even a portable, was the Nintendo 3DS. They did it. To some extent also with the XL to some extent, but they couldn't do anything about it. Of course, the Wii U, definitely when they couldn't excel, they had to had a mandatory price drop for $50. That hurt their financial, I guess, their money in the bank. And yeah, so the key word here first is learn their mistake from the Wii U, price it right so you don't have to take a lot, because apparently they're trying to aim this console or home console hybrid that they're not going to take a loss. So if selling for $300 and they're not going to take a loss, that should be good. But in reality, in any console, sadly to say, you do take a loss when you basically sell a console. I mean, the Sony PS2 did it. PS3 definitely did it with $200. With the PS4, I think it was only $50, and that, you get the idea. Again, learn from the mistake. So that's basically the most four important thing. I know I said three, but the fourth one is really important. Learning their lesson. If they just use that, if they get it, they do that right, they should be fine. So now, things that I'm concerned about Switch. Well, one is backwards compatibility. I mean, they was revealed. They said that it is going to be backwards compatible with Wii U digitally only. So the question is, am I gonna have to still play with my Wii U console because I have disc, or will they have an add-on that you can use? I guess I'm gonna call it the Wii U Drive. You hook it up to your docking so you can play Wii U games, the disc version, for backwards compatibility. Who knows? Excuse me. Okay, who knows about it? But that'll be nice. Backwards compatibility. Again, it is digitally, but not physically as of right now. Again, you gotta understand that Nintendo's not really saying anything about it. They say they are gonna mention it in a later date. Because again, that's the point. It's a teaser reveal. It's not you throw your egg in one basket. So there you go. So back to compatibility. Second, the online infrastructure. It has to be better than the Wii U. Be it can't be bad. The Wii U's was bad. So the online infrastructure has to be really good. And by I mean good, hopefully the docking part, the docking system, has a freaking Ethernet cable or Ethernet port. And if it doesn't, and it's just a USB, and I have to buy a USB, another freaking USB connector. Oh my god, that's gonna be so stupid. So I mean, the PS4 has one, PS3, Xbox One have an Ethernet port. That's gonna be stupid if it doesn't. So that's part of the online infrastructure. Make easier to make, add friends. Who knows? So again, and part of that online infrastructure is virtual console. Will it support virtual console? And the question is, are people gonna once again triple dip? And yes, I did not make that up. I did not make a mistake, triple dip, because from the Wii to the Wii U, you gotta pay money just to port it to the Wii U. Are they gonna have to do it? Because yes, we all know IGN basically explaining that sometimes porting a game from one system to another does cost money because it's gonna be a different architect and you're gonna have to figure that out how to make it work and that costs money. But if they can just say, hey, you know what, it's free, here it is, we'll put it, you can just get it, just transfer it, then that'll be cool. And also about the infrastructure for backwards compatibility, I hope there's not going to have a Wii U mode for this one. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry to say, it's good that it's backwards compatible, but the sad part is it has to go to a different OS just to go backwards. And I guess, as KG Fune said, of course he didn't say this, it's better than nothing. I know. But the bottom line is, it has to have a better infrastructure online and for backwards compatibility and then virtual console. Hopefully people don't double dip because that's now becoming BS. So let's see what else. Online games, of course, like I said, it needs more games. I mean, if this console once again is going to be like a secondary console for your PlayStation Pro or Scorpio, then there will be a problem there. Alright, so, oh man, so of course the games I saw there, I think right now it's starting, like I said, it needs third-party support, but the games I saw in the trailer were good. One, it's official, it's going to have a new Mario game, they showed it there, I think that looks new. The two one that Game Explain basically revealed was, first was Mario Kart 8, or, that's the question, no one knows if either it's Mario Kart 8, or it's going to be Mario Kart, well, let's just say 9. Because the two things that they showed that was different, if it's even 8, one, two items. That's like from Double Dash to King Boo. He wasn't in Mario Kart 8. So it's either one or two things what's going to happen here. One is that for the Nintendo Switch, they're going to have Mario Kart 8 Pro, I guess I'm going to assume Pro, with new contents. And then if you have the Wii U version, you could probably, it's going to be a via update, kind of like what they're doing now with New Leaf. They're adding new update. So the same deal with maybe Mario Kart 8. And another one, they also show Splatoon. So again, it could be Splatoon 2 finally. They have a new Splatoon. Or it's still going to be Splatoon, but Pro. I'm just saying Pro, EX, Super Splatoon, Super Edition. You get the idea what I'm trying to say here. Again, no one knows, but we'll have to see about that. But also, there's another interesting about the reveal trailer, I guess for the US, is they showed an NBA game. I'm going to assume NBA 2K, whatever. And then also Skyrim. Yes, Bethesda finally supporting Nintendo for the first time for a long time. Interesting, of course, a sports game. So that means there is already third party supporting the game. DNA basically showing their support. A lot of other companies, that's why they have that special graphic they showed. Even Ubisoft once again, because they're the one that basically supported Wii U. And now they're supporting Switch. So again, the games they showed are good. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a revamped version of Super Mario Brothers for the Wii U. Maybe they title it Super Smash Brothers for Nintendo Switch. Again, maybe new stages, maybe content for the 3DS. They put it on Switch. And maybe Ice Climber. Finally, Ice Climber can come back. Sakurai. We'll have to see. So, again, the game's right so far is good. I like it. So, of course, now another thing is the release date. Why March? Why not like November or near holiday? Well, if you've seen the Wii U, you know what happened. And even during Black Friday, nobody was buying them. Not a lot of people was buying them. And when the PS360 outsold the Wii U, there's something wrong there, and it showed. So, of course, Kinishima basically said, let's do something different. Let's go 180 and do something different. Because here's the deal. Most hardcore Nintendo fan, most gamer, they're going to buy this at day one. So it doesn't matter when you put it, even if it's summer, spring, September, fall, doesn't matter. They're probably going to buy this. So let them buy it first. Sorry to say, guinea pig. Let them hype it. They will do the review and they'll give their thoughts about it. And then maybe by fall of 2017 or even holiday November 2017, the general consumer can finally get the Nintendo Switch because they have enough information. Let the hardcore fans first get them day one. There you go. So that's the reason why. Because what the lady one was trying to do was they were hoping, oh, it's Christmas holiday, boom, you'll buy it. But the problem is, if there's not enough information for the general consumer who doesn't, they're not in tune to Nintendo, to the internet, to the community, they're just learning it from retailer, that's not going to work. And a lot of retailer, they're not really video game geeks, nerd buffs. They're just there to make money, and a lot of times they're like, well, I don't know, it's a new console, so yeah. So that's why they try not to compete, because they're trying to compete, the Wii U trying to compete with the PS3 and 360, and it failed. So why release that? Why not just release it in a day that there's no competition? I mean, heck, the 3DS was at February tops. The original 3DS. Even the Vita was on February when it was released. So why not? Alright, so again, that was an interesting part. I can understand why March. So again, give it time. There you go. So another question probably for my favorite. So what's happening with the 3DS and the Wii U? Nintendo did say that they're going to mention something about it in a future date. My hypothesis is that the 3DS probably going to last long. It'll be a dedicated portable system, while Switch is going to be a hybrid console, but when you move it out, it's in mobile mode, I should say. That's why I don't call it portable. I call it mobile, because you can't go anywhere while playing console game. So there's a difference there. So I think in my hypothesis, the 3DS, it's going to last long. As for the Wii U, sadly to say, I mean, it's been written in the wall. They are in the production. There's been already been reports about it. And if you notice, there was, I didn't see it on YouTube, but on Go Nintendo, they did basically a trailer on the new Amiibo. And the games they use the Amiibo are only from the 3DS, not even Wii U. So not Smash Brother, not Hyrule Warrior, not Mario Kart 8, Splatoon, Mario Party 10, nothing. Because the sad part is that Paper Mario Color Splash is the last Wii U game for 2016. And the very, very last game for the Wii U itself, for its life cycle, is The Legend of Zelda: A Breath of the Wild, which I am going to get for the Wii U version. I'm not going to get it for the NX because I'm not going to buy it at launch. Maybe I'll buy it down the line. Maybe with Atom there's a cross-save feature. There you go. So transitioning to that, feature that I want to see for Switch. One, cross-buy and cross-save. I mean, Monster Hunter 3 already did it with the little, they had to use an app for it. So hopefully there's cross-save for the Wii U and for Switch. I don't know if that's possible, but hopeful thinking. Two, achievements. Oh my gosh. One thing that the Nintendo Wii U kind of like couldn't compete with the other system in third-party games is there was no achievement. And someone say, well, that's why Miiverse accomplished more. So you can make up your own achievement and you share it. You mean GameFAQs? That's what Miiverse is. I'm sorry to say. That's GameFAQs. I mean, for crying out loud, that in my Nintendo achievement, you get a weekly achievement just to go to Miiverse once a week. So, yeah, you heard me mention My Nintendo. It has to integrate My Nintendo. Remember, My Nintendo is their new rewards program / their achievement system. It's right now it's only the Wii U and the 3DS infrastructure with the eShop and Miiverse, while the first game Mitomo kind of have some achievements in there, basically linking your Mitomo to Facebook, to Twitter, change your clothes weekly, answer the day of the question, yada yada yada. It's a good start. Keep it up. It does need an achievement system. That's the most important thing. It does need an achievement system to compare with Sony's trophy and Microsoft's achievement. Because some people will buy games just for achievement. I'm not joking. That's why some people couldn't buy third-party games for the Wii U because, there's no achievement. Well, you can share it by Miiverse. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh man, again, the shop has to be the same as either the Wii U and the 3DS. And it can't be convoluted. Right now, I hate to say it, it's sort of convoluted, but it's not a problem. So, alright, so again, well, input, like I said, HDMI, need an Ethernet port. And interesting enough, there's already been peripheral that they mentioned for their system, which is one, there's a peripheral for the tablet part that you can put in the car. It's a car accessory. I don't know if it's good for Nintendo, third party, officially Nintendo, that you can click, apparently when the trailer showed, you can clip it on one of those things in the back of the headrest, you lift it up so you can put it in the metal, and you just attach the tablet, and there you go. Well, something new. And then of course they also showed, and they did mention it, that there is going to be called the Switch Joy-Con Pro. And yes, that is what the controllers are called for the Nintendo Switch, the Joy-Con. So basically, like I said, they showed there's a lot of, again, figuration here. And I guess this is based on the Wiimote. Because remember, the Wiimote is either you can use it as a waggle. If you need analog control, you put in a nunchuck. Or if you just want to play classic, you just turn it sideways. Same deal with the Joy-Con. So first of all, the controller itself, even the Pro, Thank you to making it look like the Xbox One controller, or even better, the GameCube, which is the left thumb, the left stick on the top, the D-pad on the bottom, while in the other side is the face button on the top, while the right stick or the right stick on the bottom. The problem with the Wii U gamepad and the Pro controller is that both stick, the left one's okay, but the right one was they switched it with the face button, and a lot of people said it was hard to use it, and even Adam Sessler basically even admitted that he didn't like it. I mean, do what the Xbox One or the Xbox 360 controller, because in my opinion that's the best one, or even better, the GameCube controller. There you go, the GameCube. The classic controller for the Wii, I think it's okay. It emulate the whatchamacallit. It emulate the PlayStation controller, but again, the PlayStation 1, they did something interesting that it wasn't really a problem. It's okay, but if you're using the classic controller for the Wii, it's mainly for 2D games with lots of buttons. Yeah, I mean, at least they fixed that. And there's a reason also why they did that. Because apparently the two controls inside can also act like a single controller. So what will happen is you say the left side, when you pull it out, you got your left stick, you got now I can see why the split D-pad a la PlayStation is when you turn it sideways, now it becomes a four button face button. And then you might say, well, what about the LNR? That doesn't make sense. Like when I see it when they're attached to the tablet, the left stick has the left button on on the top. Same thing, the one with the right side, the buttons on the right side. Apparently, I kind of noticed that you have to really look carefully that when you turn it sideways, there is actually buttons there, like the left and the L. Let's just say L and R. There you go. Boy, I can't believe I forgot it. The L and the R buttons. There are the L and R buttons inside that thing if you turn it sideways. Kind of makes sense. Same goes with, I guess, the Joy-Con R, or Joy-Con right, and that one's called Joy-Con left. Either Joy-Con 1, Joy-Con 2, I don't know. They're probably gonna make a official name for it because right now, but again, kind of smart there, makes sense. And again, well, the question is, can you combine just two Joy-Con into one controller? It doesn't really look like it. As of right now, there is a docking for the Joy-Con. They showed it what it is to make it like a full controller. Again, I think that's good for what it does. And again, when you change configuration, it worked, like the Wiimote. You really couldn't do that with the gamepad because, well, it's tablet with controllers. And you heck no can't do that with any controllers. But that is smart. That is smart. Multiplayer, okay, that was smart. Able to play multiplayers with one screen. Awesome. Alright, so another one here that was awesome that I did notice, I guess not a lot of people, if you're not an Amiibo fan, is this one lady, not Iwata, I said this one lady basically was playing a new Mario, Super Mario game. A new 3D Super Mario game. And inside, there were the Mario series Amiibo. So what does it mean? It means at some point, either there'll be a built-in NFC, or there'll be a peripheral that you connect it to the docking or whatever, kind of like the 3DS NFC reader. It'll support Amiibo. So awesome. It will support your Amiibo. I mean, some people they don't just buy the Amiibo just to collect them. Some people do use them. So that is awesome. A little backtrack again. People, they say, oh, finally a good and true Mario game at launch. You might say, well, did the Wii U had a launch Mario game? Sort of, but unfortunately, it's a 2D game. And the reason why they don't consider that, because ever since the NES, there been a launch Mario game. NES had Mario Brothers, the 8-bit one, the classic one, Super Mario Brothers. Super Nintendo had Super Mario World, and then the N64 has Super Mario 64 at launch. Then when it started with the GameCube, it didn't have a Mario game until a year later with Sunshine, and the game was really very difficult. Not a bad game, but it was very difficult. And then with the Wii, it had Super Mario Galaxy, but again, same deal. It didn't come in until later. And then, of course, with the Wii U, Super Mario 3D World, not really an innovating Mario game per se, sorry. It's a freaking sequel to Super Mario's 3D Land. Again, why? Because one is, ever since with Mario 64 and with Sunshine in Galaxy, Mario, to some extent, has always been a third-person view. What they did with Mario 3D Land and 3D World, he went to a fixed camera again, like a la God of War. So that's what the sad part is. I mean, Super Mario 3D World wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't what they wanted. They wanted a Galaxy style that you're behind the camera. That's now the true what platform game is. It's not this fixed camera. And when they showed the Super Mario Brothers game, the new one, it was you're looking at from Mario's behind. He's back. So again, and that's a launch game. Finally, ever since the Super Mario 64, freaking awesome. In a console, by the way. And also, that's the thing about my mentioning. And apparently, Nintendo did reveal. They said that Nintendo Switch is at most first is a console system, not so much for, and then not so much as a mobile. But like I said, it is a mobile. Basically, mobile is secondary for there, but it is a console first. So it is a console. And like I said, well, the game medium is a cartridge, just like the 3DS. So again, like I said, backwards compatibility. It would be nice if Nintendo will invent that's something like a Wii U player. That's what I'm just gonna say. So another one interesting about it. So will it compatible with backwards with previous accessories for Nintendo Switch. Excuse me. Kind of like what they did with the Wii U, the balance board and the Wiimote. It was backwards compatible. Will this one be backwards compatible with the gamepad, the Wii U Pro controller? Oh heck, even the Wiimote controller for the Wii. Who knows? Again, they're not saying much about it. I kind of get it. My say is, I hope so. So I hope they do. Who knows? But that'll be awesome. Alright, so yeah, I think I basically mentioned a lot of what I thought about the Wii U and all its extensively because I did want to just really want to say everything on this teaser trailer, like what they need to do, what I hope for, and it's in a good start. So the bottom line is the reveal teaser trailer did give enough information on what it is to get people hype. Hopefully, even the general consumer will get it. Like I said, most important keyword for this one in order to be successful is price, third-party games, marketing, and if they learned their lesson from the Wii U. If they have not, that will be a problem. So the question is, so it will be a presentation or a Nintendo Direct? Probably makes more sense. So maybe a Nintendo Direct, maybe in December or heck January. They'll probably have a Nintendo Direct on Nintendo Switch. Because right now they finally hyped with the trailer. So what's gonna happen is people are gonna be hyped that they're gonna be talking about the trailer, maybe a month or so, maybe 2 months, and then they'll probably mention something either December in January. So you might say, well, I want this now. I want this now. Well, you got to be patient about it. Give them time to develop it. It's probably not ready. Well, heck, there is going to be a new console coming out this November, the NES Classic Edition. So there you go. And of course, in December, Super Mario Run. If you have an iPhone, there you go. Mario on the Run. Haha. So there you go. So that's my very, very extensively thought of the Nintendo NX. I kind of purposely did this like really more than 40 minutes because I didn't want to say a lot of it and I had it all in my head and I don't want to forget it. That's why. So if you think, man, this is like really long, kind of boring, I do apologize. But there was so much thing I want to talk and think about it. And I think I did most of it. If anything new happens, I'm probably going to give my thoughts about it. So with that, this is my extensively thoughts on Nintendo Switch from its reveal trailer to what they need to do With that, thanks for listening. That's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.